Hello everybody, welcome back to the craft room. What I come on today is show and tell. No, I've made this explosion box, what you call them. This is the top. It's late ribbon bow and some flowers on there, and it's really pretty. And then when you open it, boom! It's got a cake in the centre. And look, my cake, I'm bringing it up a bit closer, as you can see. And it's got a 2-tier cake with a cascade of flowers going down the side of there. And I think it's come out really pretty. I seen this on somebody's channel. I can't say her name because she was a foreign lady. And I can't remember her name, so I am sorry, but she done it and she had dies for it. So I've come on in the craft room and I've worked out my own. I've just made I got this in a pegs, and when I come in the craft room and I just work out things out of my head and uses my own templates, look, for different things, and cuts out my own templates and keeps them all in his little peg, and I pegs them up on my notice board, and when I want to make anything they're already in my templates. So this was my own template, nothing to do with her. I didn't know the sizes because she used the die, so I've come on and made my own. So I'm going to show you how I made it. Okay, so I know you all know how to make a box, but I'll show you how I made the cake. So let me put the lid on there, and I gotta put the lid on the right way so it goes back on like so. So move that out of the way so I don't crush him. So what you need, I've used this to make my circles because I couldn't be bothered dragging my die cutting machine out. So I used this to cut my circle. You want a 1.5 circle, so I just use my 1.5 punch because I got a 1.5 punch. And then you need another circle that is 2.5. That's why I used this. This is brilliant. This was from the Works. I think it was £3, and you just move that, take the bottom off, and it's got a blade and a point, and you move this to what size you want, and then you just move that, and it's like a compass thing, and it got a blade and the point, and I love it. I think it was like £2, £3, wasn't very dear, but it'll cut all different sizes you want to make. So it's brilliant. I love it. So that's what I use to do my circles. So you want a 2-inch, 2.5-inch and a 1.5-inch circle. Then you want the strips that is 1 3/4 by 5.5, and then you want another strip that is 8 inches by 1 3/4, and you want to score them at 1/4 inch, and then on the 1/4 inch you just give them little teeth like that on the both of them. And then, because I've done the one, that's your 2.5-inch one. I've done it ready because the video would have been too long. And then on your teeth with your fold line, just fold all these down like so, and then use a good glue, I would. So start off on your just a few teeth. Move that so you can see. and pop your circle on to those couple, and I pop them on and follow your circle all the way around, and I'm holding the back to make sure they're sticking, and make sure that's flush with that, and go all the way around, sticking those teeth in like so. Okay, and when you've got to your glue pad, put some more glue on, just on a few, and then do the same thing again. Okay, just keep going round. As I said, I'm pushing it in from the back as well, underneath. So it's all nice and flush on that side. I'll do a couple more now. And I'm using this comic shimmer. Can't speak. And then make sure they're all in, like so. See, they're all in, all nice and flush. And they're all stuck down inside. Might have a little bit of a overhang. If it's too much, chop a little bit off, which it is a little bit, just that much, and cut it off. And then just these last few, put some glue on them and run a bead of glue up the side like that, and then just pop that inside. It's a bit fiddly at first, but it'll get there. And then pop them down, and then pop that to the side, and then when that's all stuck down, you'll have something that looks like that. Okay, so leave that over there to adhere like that, and then you've got two, and one will go on top of the other one. Okay, and I've got some pretty pink lace that I'm going to use. Cut that bit off there. This is a bit, oh no, it's okay, that's okay. And I'm going to pop some around the top edge of the circle, and I'm going to use this glue to adhere it. Where's the right side? Yep. It's okay. Like that. And come to there. Trim that off to match that side. Chop that off. Stuck to my finger. And then pop that on to there. And there you've got that. Okay, I'm going to do the same, exactly the same with this one. When the glue comes out, start it off first. the right side in, like that. As I said, the lady who was doing this, I mean, she done it in, it was beautiful, but she had the dyes. I didn't even know you could get the dyes, but she had dyes for hers. And I thought, well, I haven't got a dye, but it was beautiful. I thought, I'm sure you could do that. So I come in the shed this morning. I thought, right, here goes, let's have a go. And I sat here and I was cutting out circles and throwing them out and making my own. And this is what I come up with. And they come out as just as good, or if not better. So put a bit of glue on the edge of the smallest one, and then you want to pop this on, center it, and I off centers that where you've joined them to that joint, and I off centers them, because where your flowers cascades, or whatever you call it, yeah, cascades, you won't see the joint, and it's going to come around like so. And then this glue will dry clear, so, but I'm just going to take the excess off. So I'm going to get my cloth, get the corner, and just wipe away. It will dry clear though. Like that. So you've got your cake. And you know what, I got my door open because the cat's just sat behind me and she won't have the door shut, she goes mad. And I got the door open and it's piddling down with rain, and the rain's just hitting my back. Then I got a silver doily and I've just cut it out so that'll sit just on the edge of the doily, and I'm gonna just pop that on to the doily. Just pop a little bit of glue to the edge of the bottom one, and then that'll sit on my doily like so. And while that's drying, I made some flowers. I've cut them, punched them out with a pretty petal. Oh, where's it gone? This little petal flowers from Stampin' Up. It's a little one, and I've cut them out and put a little pearl in the centre. And then I've got this leaf punch from Hobbycraft, and I added in a de-stash from Laura, and I love it. And I've punched out some leaves. So with the leaves, I'm gonna just get the bone folder and I just go from the front and give them a bit of a shape. I've done the flowers, but I haven't done the leaves. It just gives them a bit more human, if you like. But that punch, it embosses them as well, if you can see. So I love this punch. I do. It's my go-to punch for leaves because I love it. So it just gives them some curling. And the cake's nearly done, girls and boys. So I hope you're sticking with me. We've only been, what, 15 minutes? Yeah. There you go. So there's my flowers and there's my leaves. And I'm just going to get my glue dots. And I'm going to, there's my, there it is, there, made there. So I'm going to pop a glue dot on a leaf a minute. And I'm going to pop a leaf over there. Oh. And a leaf. Another leaf over this side. Very gently. And I'm going to pop on a flower by there. And tuck that flower into that one. And I'm going to put another flower in over this side, like that. And then I'm going to pop a leaf down the side. I hope you can see. I'll show you. I'll turn it up in a minute. And another leaf there, and that's hiding that crease. And we'll pop a leaf over, a flower over the leaf. And I might use the glue for these flowers. And pop another flower by there. It'll take its time to dry, but we got plenty of time. And then pop a leaf on this side. And a leaf on that side. And the flower by there. And the flower down there. And there's room for another flower by there. And I'm going to pop a flower just by there. I might stick down with the blue dot on there as well. Like so. And I think that'll be it because it's going to be overpowering. So I'll leave those leaves and that flower for the box. And there we have the cake. So there's the flowers. And I think that is pretty. And then what I done is pop my pin back in there. I got the PVA glue in this bottle. And I just popped a bit of glue dots here and there. Some on the leaves, some on the flowers. No particular order, just here and there. And that's coming off. I'll put that back on now. In a minute. And put some glue there. That's because I'm messing with it. Like so. Where's my pin? And a few dots are here and there. And then I'm going to glue pin back in that glue. Okay, I'll see you up there. And then I've got a spare piece of paper. Pop him on there. And I've got this glue from the Tiger. I think I got this one from. And I'm just going to pop it all over. Oh, that's come off now. Doing the sparkle on there. There you go. I'll stick that back on after. And just take the excess off there. Like so. Let me stick them back on now. Just finished gluing, glittering them up a minute. I think they're done. I think they're done. I'll just put this away and then I'll glue that back in a minute. And just pop that back over there and get my trusty friend to pick the bits up. Oh. There you go. Oop. That's okay. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. I see. And let's get the glue back. I'll have to wipe that off. It won't stick to the glitter off that. I'm making a pig's ear out of this, girls and boys, I should say. I had no problem with the other one. Always the same. Put the camera on and it'll go pear shape. So pop that back on there. Hold that. There in a minute. Pop the glue back on this one. I mean, you can use hot glue if you want it. There you go. Now I'm going to leave it because it's going to take a bit to dry. There you go. And pop my pin back in there. So I'm going to leave it over there. I will pick it up and show you. So there's my cake. Now I'm going to just make the box now. My glitter back there. Sorry for my arm then. And then I want a bluey card. That's nice. That's a nice one. And we'll have to have a white top. So we'll have that. So this piece of top for the top lid, got to be 6 by 6. So we'll cut that. 6 by 6. So that's that piece. Get your scoreboard, and then this piece, I'm going to score it 4 inches, and it's 8 inches. Turn it one turn, and it's 4 inches, and it's 8 inches. That's that piece. And then you want to get your little piece, and you want to score it at 1 inch all the way round. And that's scoring done. And then fold these, burnish them. And then on these 4 corners you cut them up and tab them out. And then the next score line, cut them out, tab them out, like so. And then over this side, cut up the score line and cut them, tab them out. Same on this side, and tab them out. Now, with that glue, and pop a bit of wet glue on these 4 little corners. I mean, I'm rushing, but the other one I done, I mean, don't rush, and it will come out in the end, but I'm rushing. You don't rush. Okay. And the other one then took me a bit longer than this. And then this one, fold all over your all over your score lines. And these 4 corners you cut away. You don't need them. So cut up your score line. I want a bit of scissors. Cut up your score line to your score line. Go to the other score line and cut that right out. Don't need that. Save that though, because that comes in handy for card making or you're stamping on or something for sentiments. And then cut this one off. And then the last one, cut up this one, and then I got the same papers and I've cut these out 4 1/4, 4 3/4, and I'm going to pop this on the backs to give it a bit of a border on these. So you've got quite a big border on this one. I mean, you can decorate it as much, you know. Well, how much bigger than that one? Why is that bigger than that one? Oh, that's smaller. Why is that? That shouldn't be. But there you go. I don't know what I've done there. But there you go. Anyway, decorate it all up as you want to decorate it. You could put happy birthday on these, or your stamp on them, whatever. Decorate them up. And then put your lid on. Close it up. So the video's going to be too long. Decorate it up. Put your lid on. Why is this longer, bigger? I don't know what I've done wrong with it. This should be 4x4. 4. What have I done? That's rushing. I didn't do it full. I didn't mark that full. I didn't. No, I didn't mark that full. I marked it 3.5. That's right. So I shall be back with the box, because that's no good. So I'll have to make another box now for this to go in. But then got the drift anyway. Put it in your box, decorate your box, and then stick that to your bottom of your box. Decorate your box. Put your lid on and decorate your lid. Oops. Like so. Decorate your lid, and then when you open it, you've got your cake. And I wouldn't decorate this so you got stuff on there, but you could put happy birthday stamp on there, or something stamp on there. I wouldn't put, you know, things on there because it'll interfere when it's closed. It'll interfere with your cake. And then I just put the glue on the bottom of there and glued it to there, so it's stuck on there. It is stuck onto there. So I hope you like that, and you give me a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, and I'll speak to you on the next video. Stay safe.